agent needs assistance.
No, it's not fair! It's not fair! Oh.
Hello agents, and welcome back to another Division build video. Today we are continuing my series of videos for the Iron Horse raid, and this one's going to be a build video for Boss 2 and the tank build that I use. Now these videos have all been set up in mind to make the Iron Horse raid as easy as possible. We do raid help every day, and essentially we set up as a 7-man team so that we can take anybody with any kind of build for number 8 to help them out. If you fancy that, come over and see us on Twitch, twitch.tv/DJTICKLE, where we're doing that almost every day when I stream. This is the build. There's a couple of variants that you can run, and I'll run through that as we get to it. But first of all, we'll take a look at the specialization. Now, it's a little bit strange for a tank to go with demo, but in the new raid, demo is really valuable, and that's for 2 reasons. For this fight, it comes with 20% burn resistance just for having it equipped. Really, really nice. And for other fights, and I'll mention that when I get to it, if we can find which one it is, you can ignore an explosion every 60 seconds, which is really valuable for some other fights in this raid, like the first one and the last one. Obviously as well, it gives us 5% damage out of cover damage for all of my team members, which is really nice because that's multiplicative damage as well. So nice to have a good spread of specializations across your team. Weapon wise, take the best weapons you've got. We have no reds and we might be required to put out a little bit of damage. So when the crucible moves and you get the blockers on the track, if a DPS member is too tied up with killing ads, perhaps getting rockets or doing something else, picking other people up, if we've got the ability to put out enough damage to kill them blockers, it really does help the team. And especially if somebody is soloing the control room, they need to be kept as calm as possible. Really, they've got a lot going on up there, so if you can just do that while they deal with other things, it makes the whole raid way easier. So a FAMAS, M1A, a Liberty or a Regulus, if you're lucky enough to have one by now, all do really well at this, and you can take them down without having to bother the rest of your team. Now I did some tests with this build, and originally I thought armor regeneration would be the best. It actually turns out that hazard protection is way better. So that'll reflect now across what I'm going to show you. So we'll go to the yellows first. A point man is pretty much best in slot for this build. If you can go healer guard and just normal vanguard until you get a point man, because you've got a really well rolled one, that is worth doing as well. So, but you definitely want to go with a healer guard, and you definitely want vanguard. As you can see, high armor, hazard protection. I would love that to be armor regeneration, so I get best of both worlds. But unfortunately it's explosive resistance. But then burn resistance in the mod is definitely what you want to go with. My second yellow, perhaps I would have gone with an R&K backpack for incoming heals, but unfortunately I don't have one. But I've gone with a 511, gives me 10% extra health for if one of them moments comes up where I am down to my health bar. But as you can see, good armor, hazard protection again, and I've gone armor regeneration on this piece just for a bit of extra buff because I wasn't too far off with the hazard protection. Burn resistance again there for nearly 10%. Then we're going to take a look at the Foundry Bulwark. This is actually going to look different when you see this video. The 3-piece bonus has just changed, but 2 pieces gives us 10% total armor. 3 pieces will give us 1% armor regeneration, but give us 50% shield health. And 4 pieces, the makeshift repairs talent. Whenever you or your shield takes damage, 20% of that amount is repaired over 15 seconds to both. But as you can see, roll wise, armor, hazard protection and burn resistance. And that'll be a theme across all of my greens. Armor and hazard protection. Armor and hazard protection. And last but not least, armor and hazard protection. And if we just very quickly count that up, you can see we'll call this 20% because it's 9.7, because we're going to talk about just burn resistance as a whole. So 20% on the mask, another 20% on the chest brings us to 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 20% from demolitionist, which puts us well over 100%, give or take the few bits. For instance, like this one here where I was missing 0.3. So we're well over 100% when we combine our hazard protection and our burn resistance together. Along with the little bit of armor regeneration that we have, the way we can get back our life, as you can see from the point man, deploying our shield makes it invulnerable for 5 seconds and grants 50% of your armor as bonus armor to all other allies for 20 seconds. So that's going to give my teammates bonus armor, and then protector will give me and them bonus armor as well. When your shield is damaged, you gain 5% bonus armor, and all other allies gain 15% of your armor as bonus armor for 3 seconds. So when you're in the furnace, just pull your shield out, let the boss shoot his flamethrower at it, and you're going to keep getting bonus armor. If you didn't want to run that, you could perhaps run this instead. And as you can see, I already have been trying this out. Adrenaline Rush. Whenever you're within 10 meters of an enemy, gain 20% bonus armor for 5 seconds, and it stacks up to 3 times, and it never really runs out. It's pretty crazy. So you could run this instead if you're struggling with survivability. But I like to go with this one because of the extra armor regeneration. Obviously, you're going to use the fully fledged shield, the bulwark shield, and again in there you want as much regeneration as you can and shield health. So as you can see, I've got nearly 5% shield health and 5% armor regeneration, and then I just run the reviver hive. If you wanted to change this up a little bit and you don't necessarily have the bulwark pieces available because they're relatively new, you could just literally swap out the 4 pieces of bulwark for 4-piece true patriot with the same stats with hazard protection, and that'll work really well as well. You won't survive for as long in the room because obviously you've not got the armor regeneration that bulwark has, but you will do a bit more damage to ads if you're helping out with ads, and you'll also probably kill the weak points that are blocking the crucible a little bit quicker. So you've got that as a variation as well. But overall, this does make the raid really, really easy. And when you've got to go in there, you've got to spray the water. You're just not going to die with the boss even on you. Him interrupting you isn't really a problem either because of all the hazard protection that we've got. But if you find that you are having problems with that, what I would recommend would be the decoy. So take your shield for giving your teammates bonus armor all the time, but run the decoy when you go in. And if you need it for the bit where you've got to spray the water, you can change your skills on the fly as well. So remember that. So you could be using the revive hive. And if it does get tied up because it's on cooldown or something like that, just swap your other skill for the decoy and you can decoy the boss and then go and spray the water. But it makes it really easy, and that is the point of this build. You could go all out DPS and roll hazard protection everywhere and run demo, and you would probably get away with getting in and spraying the water. You might die, but you could probably get away with doing it if you were really, really lucky. But like I said, the aim is to make the raid easy, and that's what this build does. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know if you run something similar or something even better. I would definitely be interested to know if there's anything that we can do to make the raid even easier. I'm always up for hearing that. Come and check us out over on Twitch, twitch.tv/DJTICKLE, where you'll find us helping the community out with Iron Horse clears and getting Ravenouses for people if we can. And hit that subscribe button along with the bell so that you're notified about future videos. And obviously there's a lot at the moment because I'm doing a series of Iron Horse raid videos. Thanks for watching everybody, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.